Dear Carlos, let me start my topic with the right away with the first part of my topic today, how the U.S. President Joe Biden arrived today in the Vilnius for where tomorrow will be open a summit NATO. So before it, Joe Biden have visit in the London and take a meeting with the Rishi Sunak, Prime Minister His Majesty, and after the Downing Street, he was present arrived into the Windsor. Oh Jesus! Into the Windsor place and have a meeting the first time the new king Charles the Third. So the backyard of in the garden of the Downing Street Turn, where the Joe Biden had talks with Rishi Sunak, where the discussed about the Ukraine story and the relationship with the United Kingdom. And so the Rishi Sunak told about a new situation in the Ukraine and position of the government His Majesty. After the garden of the Downs, we are smoothly removing into the high side of the new the meeting of Russian President Vladimir Putin with Prigozhin and his company. So this is not amazing how the Vladimir Putin have a meeting with the Wagner Group and his leadership. 29 of the June. So it was the last month, and the performance Dmitry Peskov confirmed this is old new. And certainly this is a story very interesting due to how the Wagner groups right now are leaving the Central African republics, where 500 or 600 soldiers of this group, staff of this group, living in the Bangui. Bangui is the capital of Central African Republic, where the chief of the security security service of the president of Central African Republic, someone Perfiliev, a very interesting figure. I think, I'm according with some observers who told about how the Kremlin want to use this situation and change Perfiliev and other features. And certainly the withdrawal of the Wagner staff out of the Central African republics have the aim to return then another staff of the Wagner groups into the center of the Africa, and we must to continue to continue how the will change staff Wagner group in the Mali, Niger, and rather than chart. So the situation with the Wagner group is very interesting and not amazing how some people in the Putin's administration wanted to use the organizing capabilities of the Evgeny Prigozhin in the mm, mm, in the front line as a help of the forces in the, for example, in the Bakhmut direction. This is very simply to the to do zombie of the prisoners, former prisoners, and according to the BBC, the relatives of these prisoners who participation in the Bakhmut taking don't knew about the deaths of the relatives, and so this is not humanitarian problem, but the cemetery in Krasnodarsky Krai, where the thousands and thousands of people was have funeral and burials. It's very interesting. I think Putin's administration not interesting. This is a problem. How the another own the poor in the Krasnodarsky. So according to the BBC, since thousands or 20 thousands prisoners were killed in the Bakhmut and around. And certainly the certainly the it's maybe it's even the meeting Prigozhin and Putin it's actually don't be, but the Kreml decided don't to the attention on this situation due to the Prigozhin have a biggest social network in the positive and certainly the Prigozhin and his company Concord was returned all money, material means, resources, and another. Certainly, this is biggest support allow to Prigozhin as one of the informal leader who have military forces. Another story we have the last of the Russian topic of today, how the Putin need to decide the Wagner problem. This is as an informal organization, and how the two story when speaker of the Russian Senate Valentin Matvienko arrived into the Beijing. Also the Mikhail Mishustin, Russian Prime Minister, have a meeting in the exhibition, industrial exhibition in the Yekaterinburg. So this is Uh, Russian power want to show how they very pleasure very whether very hot wishes with the cooperation with the East, in particular China People Republic. And thirdly, this situation at first the Russian must be have based only on forces. This here the industrial we have a new the growth of the new lobby in the Russian Federation as industrial lobby. And certainly not amazing how the reported measures into the Putin. The economical growth in the manufacturing industry shows that the growth only defense industry, and the afraid Russian fear of the fell down of living level of population, keeping Russian ultra for the another for the increasing military attack in the Ukraine. Here, moreover, here we have very strong tension Dmitry Medvedev about the Smolenskaya atomic plant and etc. Jesus, and so the Vilnius NATO meeting have a biggest historical story due to the NATO shows how this organization have not keeping the Ukraine story have not don't keeping NATO North Atlantic leaderships and all the West against the Russian aggression. So the NATO leaderships and under the leadership of Joe Biden decided that the Russian forces, due to the financial, industrial, and mentally even the limited, have not victory in the Ukraine. And certainly for avoid to the aggressive attack in the Baltic countries due to the ground borderline from the, for example, Pskovskaya Oblast to the Monzun Islands, not very big. Here NATO will be doing to do strong defense. And right now the guard the Vilnius meeting shows how the NATO came to the concentrated forces in the small part of the ground of the NATO territory. Every inch said NATO leaders. So, but here the very interesting the organization of the NATO forces in the Baltic for defense of the Baltic countries. Estonia is the UK. Latvia right now was Justin Trudeau, Canada, The United States and Lithuania is the share area of the Bundeswehr. Also, the Finland and Norway, United States, and UK. So this is organization shows to the NATO military circle have not missing each other if the case of the Russian attack will be occasional. So, for example, if the Ukraine forces have turned to the attack Crimea after the Melitopol, Berdyansk, certain forces will be disappear, attack Baltic countries. So the right now all Medvedev own the threat and have afraid fear of the NATO and the civilian population in the Baltic countries. But after the attack Ukraine in the next counteroffensive in the Berdyansk and Mariupol, this is disappear attack in the Baltic countries, maybe. Perhaps there. So and totally net this is a variant calculation, and the second question, by my opinion, this is only formally step. So the proposals of the Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan about connection NATO and European Union as a result of the last campaign as an additional condition. So the this is additional story, and certainly the this is very deep, maybe diplomatic trap of it. I want to the send my words in this direction, but this is much warrants for the development of the story. In the conclusion, I'll add only this is, but that's written by fact as a membership net. This is only formally formula. So thank you. Bye bye.